this was one of my personal predictions. I knew that if I looked up
this is a crazy stat. If this is true, this is the kind of stuff we need more people coming up with. That there's such a discrepancy in the north and south records for speed on the ocean. How could that be possible? It's the same freaking water. It does. You can't have, and I'm not talking about a 20-mile-per-hour discrepancy. Watch.
24-hour record times between the northern races and the southern races, that there'd be a drastic difference, and it was even worse than I thought. It was like 711 miles in the north and 530-something miles in the south. And that's because in the north, it's a shorter distance. And that's what we would expect or predict. That boat that I'm showing on...
So remember, most of these boats and most of the airplanes especially, maybe the only thing I could say is different, maybe a car, because a car is actually a speedometer. But these things are run off of GPS. So all of their distances and speeds are based off of distance over time. Well, that's a problem if you've already got GPS here that's intercepted everything, that's set up a fake world, because everyone's just going to operate within the fake parameters and they're going to come back with the fake speeds. This is why the person who wins that Vendée Globe race, the record is 100 days and 4 knots. Well, the boat that they're in goes 30 knots. So how is the world record 4 knots? Oh, ice pack and ice stuff. No, they're way north of Antarctica. They don't even go below 60. And well, they do to go down the bottom of Cape Horn and the Cape of Good Hope. But the rest of it, they're up north. So they're not near the ice pack. They shouldn't have that drastic of a freaking... Well, if you take that distance again and you say, oh, they're going 4 knots, and you go, so basically they travel, 24 hours a day. I think that's how they work it out. So you take that again. You can just figure it out. There's 24 hours in a day. They're going 4 knots an hour, so they're going 96 in a day, and then times the 100 for the days, and you get 9,600 miles, right? So it's like, because it's, and I don't know what it is to go around Antarctica. These were estimates. I think it's like 1,100 or something. But I'm sorry, 11,000. But again, the problem becomes that can be a much greater when you say, oh, but actually the thing can go 30. Let's say it's going 24 miles or knots. Oh, sorry, that's 11. That's why that number came back, because I'm doing knots, nautical miles, not statute. But let's say it's doing 24 miles per hour instead, and then you multiply it by 24 hours in a day, and then you multiply that by the 100 days that it's out there, and all of a sudden you're starting to see where these numbers are jiving. Why does Captain Cook's numbers 50,000? Why did the Magellan ship, 50,000? Pigfetta's journal, 58,000. Even the north-south circumnavigation of Sir Ranulph Fiennes, I've seen up to 100,000. So again, there's definitely discrepancies. There's definitely problems here. There's no reason why these boats should be going so slow down there. And I know it seems like a vast lie. Like, who could tell a lie that big? How could they keep it? Shouldn't somebody get it? Shouldn't somebody figure it out? You would think so. But
did you see Banjo's video on time zones?
No, but he talks about it here. And no, this is why I'm saying it's like he brought in a lot of stuff from this week that was really good. So we'll keep going. He talks about Banjo here.
Green broke the record in the south. Look how fast he's going. And he only got 536 miles, I believe, in over a 24-hour period. So you mean to tell me that a race that's been going on for over 30 years with like all these boats and like 80 to 100 and something days per race, and there wasn't one day in the south to match the conditions to get a similar speed of those in the north? I call bullshit on that. But I pretty much knew I would find this. In prediction 4, we would expect mariners to come out and blow the whistle on these times and these distances, and sure enough they have. And this is the same guy, which leads into 5. We would expect the sunrises and sunsets to differ from the north and the south. And this guy has over 100,000 nautical miles charted under his belt, and he is saying just that. And we hear that a lot, that the sun sets faster and rises faster in the south than the north.